gang related. Tupac.
Tupac.
What was it like doing a movie
Oh
with
man,
Tupac?
that was so great. That little movie, and Tupac. I was kind of familiar with Tupac when we did that movie, and we both love Chinese food. It turns out, and so he and I would be in the trailer like every day. We had Chinese food 5 days in a row.
Is Chinese food a joke, like a sign for something else, or is it really Chinese food? Because it is the 90s, so you had stopped.
I really, at the time, really didn't know much about who he was and stuff. I knew who he was, but it's like we got in there, we talked about acting, we talked about growing up, we talked about our mothers, we talked about, he was had such a great heart as a kid. So he was such a talented actor too, and he had a thirst to learn. And I did know he was a poet, really, because that's what he was. And then he told the story of how they tried to kill him before in New York, and it was hysterical the way he told it, but it was like for real. And then 6 months later, he got killed. And that one really hit me hard. It really did.
Why is that?
He had so much to give the world. He really did. He was about he would have wound up being such a uniter of people. He really was. Because you could not put him in a hole or a box or part of that group or this group. He was like, he would have, what could have been?
What did he tell you? Because I thought you were going in a complete different direction when you went to it. But because what's interesting about what you just said is the movie came out October 8th of 97. He died September of 95, I think, 95 or 96, because it's high school. When I graduated high school, that's when he died. So he never saw the final movie himself.
No, he never did.
But what did he tell you about the first time they tried to take him out?
He was just a human being, He was a kid, and he was a vulnerable person. He wasn't like this, gangsta, this and that and the other. He was like had a poet's heart, and was really, it was his vulnerability and his willingness to, and his curiosity about other people, including me. We were kind of like, you never put the two of us together, eating Chinese food in the trailer. But there we were.
It's a high DEI score, though. I mean, if you look at the DEI, that was like way ahead of its time.
Really deep feelings for him.
I want to stay on this. We've talked about God knows how many different stories. Out of all the stories, if I would have gone to Vegas and I would have said, here's 15 stories, let's put a wager on which one you think is going to get him emotional, they probably would have put Tupac last. Why did Tupac get you?
I think I just told you.
No, but what I want to know is, I get it. But what I want to tell you is, was it like any story, like correlation on the upbringing? Was it any similarities? Was it anything else? Or
we had a lot of similarities. The way he started as an actor, like in high school, and and doing plays, he just got into it, and he had that same feeling that I have about it. He just wanted to do it. He was a real artist, and he was a real poet, and he was just getting started. Just getting started.
Do you listen to his music now?
Yeah, I do. Especially that one about his mom.
Your mama?
Yeah. In these uncertain times, if there's anything we need people to believe the future looks bright. So if you've heard about me saying this mission to you, we're on a mission to get 1 million people to wear this gear, and this is what we're doing. If you buy one of these hats, there's a category of buying one hat, getting the second one free. If you haven't yet worn this gear publicly, go ahead and test it out. Buy some of the gear, wear it in public, and see how many people will stop by and say, you also watch Valuetainment? You also follow PBD Podcast? I do too. Place your order. Go to vtmerch.com, click on the link above or below, place your order, and represent the VT and the PBD Podcast gear.